What's going on, True Combat King family? As usual, it's your buddy Ray187. Today I'm accompanied here by, of course, our elected president, Gameaholic. How are we doing today, Game?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you for asking. And of course, we're also here by our elected vice president, TCK Dirty Dan. How you doing today, Dan?
I'm doing wonderful, guys.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, I'd like to give a shout out to our two paid members that have decided to grace us with their time today. First up, we have Eric of Miami representing Infantry House. How are you doing, Eric? All right. I don't think you're talking very
He
much right now.
left the
Excellent.
party.
So outside of Eric, we also have our man Dark D52 here. Dark D, how are you doing today, pal?
Pleasure to be here.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to have you. And with that being said, I would also like to give a shout out to everyone else that showed up in participation today. First on our list, we have War Anarchy and Batman Chemist. How are you guys doing today? Both representing Infantry House.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. It's good to have you guys here. Next up, we have Mr. Staples, Xanthros. How you doing today, pal?
Wonderful.
Good,
Opened to
man.
close yesterday.
Open to close, man. You need to definitely sit your butt down somewhere. Huh,
Had,
it's good to have you,
had 12
pal.
messages that sent from Staples this morning, unanswered.
Shit, nice. Don't you answer that shit. And next up on our list, we have our man enjoying a beautiful, sunny Bayside city this morning, bragging about his beautiful scenery. Mr. Niners all day. Niners, how's your day going today?
Well, it's starting off fantastic.
Excellent, Niners. I'm glad to hear
Got
that.
some football to watch later on too, so
Nice.
go
Will you,
Falcons. Chill, boy.
will you be sure to tie those shoes up for me, okay, pal? And
Oh
also, we
man,
have here
already 10
representing.
steps ahead of you.
We also have here representing all of our Knights and Cubs, Mr. Rue. Rue, what's going on with you? How you doing today, pal? Pretty well, thank you for asking. And last but not least, we also have a Cub representing the Watcher House, Bigger Haddock. How you doing today, pal?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Pretty well, thank you for asking. And I would like to give a very special shout out to our guest. We do have one guest here today. Her name is going to be Hit Girl. Hit Girl, it's a pleasure to have you here with us today. Thank you for your time. Excellent.
She's the future, Ray. She's the future.
I believe that Hit
Oh,
Girl is the future. Keep her
we'll
well
see
and
about
let her
that.
lead the way. This is my Ray Charles right here, y'all. What y'all think? Ready? Let her lead the way.
Oh God.
Okay, you guys. So, with that being said, as you guys may or may not know, we're definitely trying to take some time now to kind of bring it home for everyone that TCK is now in a new type of meeting system. We're totally going to be approaching things differently this year. And this week is actually Silver Crown Week. So a lot of the things we're going to be talking about this week are going to be highly and closely related to Silver Crown information. So before I go any further, I'm asking everyone here, what does it mean to you to be a Silver Crowner? Not the people on stage, but just anyone else out there. What does it mean to you to be a Silver Crown Commander? Okay, so this is a good point in time where you guys all start guessing, or I'm gonna start shooting randomly at random people at the audience. I suggest you guess.
Signing up recruits.
That's a good guess. Signing up recruits. Okay, and what else you guys got there?
Hosting tryouts.
Hosting tryouts. Okay. Well, these are all pretty good job descriptions of, some responsibilities that a Silver Crown can definitely circumference, but they're not exactly the job description of a Silver Crowner. You guys, a Silver Crown, according to TCK, they're not only a teacher, they're also a leader. And to a member, they're also a friend. What qualifies a man or a woman to be worthy of being a leader in his family is very simple. Your own personal grit. What do you have in your heart? Are you loyal? These are the basic questions that we ask all of our commanders to look within themselves for before they attempt to actually climb the food chain of TCK and progress into higher seating arrangements. But with that being said, I don't want to go, any further into any unnecessary details. Dirty Dan, do you have anything you would like to teach today?
Oh, command table is my favorite thing to talk about.
Well, it's
So I
all
Dan
about
figured
the
likes
I'd
to
do it
talk
silver
as much as
today.
he eats.
I know that.
He said, I know that. Nice.
Jeez
He likes to
Louise,
talk as
yes.
much as he eats. Dan, that's saying something.
That's actually not true. But anyway,
Nice.
like I was getting ready to say, without being interrupted by Mr. President here. Um, so as we know, Silver Crowns, like you said, somebody said, Silver Crowns host tryouts, help with recruits, but more in depth. Really, Silver Crown commanders are the guys that are first of all, making sure that their bronze commanders are doing their job. It's all about leadership, all about communication. So I'll keep it short, but Silver Crowns are basically there to, as job descriptions, to host tryouts, of course. By the way, I just want to shout out. Is he in here? He's not. Oh yeah. So Anarchy just took his trial and he passed it, so he's officially a full member of TCK. Congratulations to you on that on your tryout.
Here,
But
here.
you're very welcome. So, as far as a commander, I mean, as far as Silver Crowns is just being a leader, making sure that the people underneath them are doing their jobs and basically having a good time at TCK. They deal with the Spartan Company stuff or just making sure that their house is going to their meetings, um, doing their jobs on the battlefield. Everybody know that TCK, we're very structured in how we play. So Silver Crown Commanders are almost, I don't know the right word, but they're basically the leaders of the house as far as right now is concerned. So yeah, just all about they are about leadership, communication, make sure everybody's doing their job, and make sure we're all having fun. It's not nothing too deep. Just yeah, that's basically what Silver Crown Commanders. I probably could say more, but I'll leave it at that. Ray, back
That
to you, Ray.
that that was beautiful, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you guys, and there you have it. I mean, we really want you guys to know that in TCK, we're definitely trying to build you guys a system that is going to flow a lot easier than it ever has before. Our goal is not to waste time, but to make time for the members this year. And with that being said, that pretty much concludes the Silver Crown table for this week. We're going to proceed on into our general table and just talk about some, behind the scenes stuff. First thing first on our list, if you guys have purchased a paid membership and you went through our Facebook page, we do apologize from behind the scenes on behalf of all of TCK. Some of your guys' payments have been reversed, in which case we just sent your money back. We're attempting to learn how to use this new system and make sure that everyone's on the kill as far as how everything processes, when things need to be done by, etc., etc. So we will definitely be working on that. Um, Outside of that, all paid members, just know I'm designing your guys' giveaway system right now, basically. So my goal is by the end of the month, we'll be able to start coughing up prizes as quickly as possible and as many as possible. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on from behind the scenes. I want to give a shout out to all the commanders and members of TCK who continue to make custom game night a huge success. That has been something that seriously we would not be able to call ourselves a true family without. So thank you guys for everything with Custom Game Night. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to TCK Dan, in addition to Dan, to every other commander who has been working with him to assist him in coming up with a new schedule for this year. So hopefully by the end of the
Yes.
month, we will have an updated schedule on the website so you guys will know exactly when every class, meeting, etc. is. So we're working on it, you guys, and that's pretty much all I have to give. Mr. President, do you have
Yeah.
anything today? Dan, you got something?
Yeah.
General
I just.
table. Um,
Go ahead. Go ahead, game. I'm sorry. Go
Stop
ahead.
shouting, you
two
guys! Stop
things.
shouting!
Two things. One of them would have originally been a Green Shield topic, but seeing that we're on general table, we didn't go over that. I'm just gonna put it here. So, as you guys know, recruits, we've been getting quite a few in, been doing pretty good, getting people passing their tryouts. One thing I want to urge is that we keep sending out those invites and specifically try to find people that may be suiting for Guardian House. Now, the reason I say this is because infantry is doing brilliantly, but we do
Yes.
need to try and get some Guardians in. At this point in time, we don't have the permission to sit there and tell someone where they can or can't go. Okay, there will be a way later on to use as a tool for this, but at this point in time, there is no law to say that we cannot do that. So we need to do our best to try and convince people, if we can, Guardian House, because it really needs to help.
Did anyone ever tell you you look like the goddamn alien off Independence Day?
No, but anyway, that is one thing. Second one, Ray, got to get with you on this anyways. It may be subject to change. Um, we've got together and started working on a new list when it
Keep
comes
that
to
details, games. Game. Keep that detail very very low key right now.
oh
I say
yeah,
that for a
yeah,
reason.
definitely. I know. Anyway, the list is going to consist of people who never originally joined, okay, but we've already had complaints about them, whatever it may be. So in turn going to be a third list to go along with our fee list and our ban list. Learn enough info for you, Dan? You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's all I got.
All right.
Excellent.
So just to touch on that really quick. Just to touch on that.
This is a
So
good burrito.
as game just said, one thing I will say. And I said this into a lobby with some other people in there the night that commanders when I talked with them and some other people. One thing about me is a pet peeve, even in real life. What I don't tolerate is I hate bullying. I hate when somebody that's bigger or better, quote unquote, or whatever, picks on people because of disability or um, looks or speech or whatever the case is. So that applies to me in Halo. One thing I don't tolerate is bullying. So if you want to get my bad side, bully somebody, and then
I
you'll
know.
really see how my character comes out. I'm really a laid back, chill guy. I'll give as many chances as you possibly deserve. Um, but one thing I do not tolerate is bullying. So we had an incident last week, a couple days ago actually, where um there were guys that came into our lobby. They were playing with us, just straight up shit talking TCK. Straight up shit talking about us, talking about how we're we're not good, whatever. Okay, that's fine. You wanna say that, that's fine, whatever. Why not lobby? So, two of our members, one commander, one member, um, one of them, I don't really want to say their name, but one of them, actually, I will say the name because it needs to be said. One of the guys is a commander. His name is Wee Devious. He's from Scotland. The other guy's name is Adapt Recon. I forget where he's from, New Mexico or something like that. Forget what he said.
He's from America.
But in any case, Okay, wherever, um, Albuquerque, I think he said that he lives at now or something like that. Um, in any case, we were in the lobby. They hopped in our game or whatever. Somehow we all was all in one lobby. I wasn't there, but I was told. And the two guys started shit talking to Dat Recon. Dat Recon, I don't I'm just gonna say he has, some challenges. I'll say that. Don't mean to put his business out there, but he has challenges, where he can be a little aggressive or a little loud. We have to work with him. But one thing we don't tolerate is people calling people retarded and stupid. So the guys that was in our lobby was calling we divas because his speech, because he's from Scotland, so his speech is a little different from ours. Um, they started calling him retarded and stupid or whatnot. Now, luckily that I wasn't there because then it would have went down a lot differently.
And hell would have
But
broke down.
yeah, in any case, we basically kicked them out. Commander did executive kicked them out, and as of now, these two people are not allowed to play in a TCK lobby. I said TCK. If they're your friends, you want to play with them separately, that's more power to you. I have no problem with it. But if they're in a TCK lobby and somebody wants to executives them out, whomever it is that's the party lead has to kick them out. If you don't like it, give the party lead to somebody else, back out, and go play from yourself. I'm saying it as stern and firm as I possibly can because we in this family we do not tolerate disrespect. We don't tolerate sexism. We don't racism. We don't tolerate it. If you can't respect people on a level to where if you've seen them in real life, if you can't respect them, then you can't fit. You don't fit this family.
Amen.
So as of now, the one name is Usable Nine. The other person is Mom Spaghetti. Now, if they're your friends, sorry, not sorry.
Don't holler,
They're
that's your
not
people.
welcome. So going forward, guys, if they're in our lobby, if nobody complains about them, I'm not gonna say kick them out. If I'm there, they're not welcome. If as long as I'm in that party, they're not welcome. I will executive and kick them out. So we don't tolerate it. It's just like in real life. You're not gonna tolerate somebody talking to your brother or sister, calling them retarded and stupid and stuff like that. No, you're gonna beat the shit out of them. You're gonna do whatever you
Amen.
can. I know I would. So, we're not tolerating it. They're not allowed in the party, at least while I'm there. And if they're your friends, once again, sorry, not sorry. They're not welcome. So we don't tolerate it. I just wanted to bring that point up to everybody so everybody understand. Nobody will say, well, this is unfair, whatever. Nobody saying you can't play with them. They're not welcome in a TCK's lobby. So just that's just some information for you guys to know. And I forget my other topic. But yeah, I'll just leave it there. Just know that we don't tolerate certain behaviors. And if we lock parties, people, because it's been happening before, if we lock parties, we generally don't lock parties. But if we do lock parties, if we're playing a custom game, whatever the case, if we lock parties, um, if we're bringing people in, we need to start saying who, if it's a TCK person, of course they're more than welcome to come into our lobby. TCK, if it's a TCK lobby, whatever, we're playing games, fine. But if it's locked for a reason. Do not invite people that are not part of TCK in the lobby unless you telling somebody that you're doing it. We have reasons for that. Tryouts. People have been inviting people to in parties, chat while we're trying to take a tryout. Just certain things we're trying to avoid. So let's just watch that. And last but not least, I just want to say for everybody that was at Custom Games last night, it was incredible. This was one of the best Custom Games night I have ever been in TCK history. We did a whole bunch of different game types. We had so much fun last night. We wound up doing CTF 4 on 4 on 4, whatever how much it was people it was. It was a
Nice.
three-way. It was a three-way CTF. It really worked on our. We play these custom games just to have fun and stuff like that. But a game like that, it really made us, because there was so little of us on each team, it really made us work together as a team to get the flag. I do want to shout out Yellow Team because Yellow Team did win both games. The second game they did
Bullshit. They
wind up
had best
coming back.
position and everyone knows it.
Not yet. Well, they
Niners
did.
is just
So,
angry. Niners is just
so,
angry.
but I just want to say that Yellow Team were down. We Red Team and Blue Team were up 2, and they were up 0, and they came back and got 3-1. So, we had a really, really good time. But it's also to help us to understand how each other play and just game strategy and communication. Because all TCK is all about communication. If you don't have a mic and you're not communicating, um, then TCK isn't for you because we're all about communication. That goes for commanders, that goes for members, that goes for recruits, whatever. Um, so let's keep it up. Also, let's not forget Olive Branch of Peace. When we get new people in, the first thing we do, what we call Olive Branch of Peace, I'm pretty sure you guys heard this before, but we um, when we get new people in, whatever, everybody in the lobby will send this person a friend request. Make sure you add them or follow them or however they got it on Xbox. Set them on as your favorites. If you guys don't know, when you set people as your favorites, when they hop on, when they get online, they can see that you're, logging on. If you don't put them as a favorite, you won't know that they're on until you actually check your friends list. So we try to put all people in TCK on the friends list so that when they pop on, oh hey, Ray Ray just hopped on. Let's invite him into the game. Let's invite him to the party. So that's what we do. So if anytime we do Olive Branch Piece, make sure you add this person, set them as your favorite, so that you'll see them when they hop on. Hint, hint, clue, clue. We have a guest in here who's ready to join TCK. So when we're finished the meeting, I will get with her and run through the process. So Hit Girl wants to join the family. So make sure if guys, just make sure you send her friend request so she can have some people on her list that's for TCK. Closing. That's all I have. I just want to say let's be respectful to each other. I know we like to have fun and stuff like that, but let's be respectful as a family and enjoy everybody's company. And Mr. Ray Ray 187, I'm actually finished.
Dan
Once
talks too much.
again, Dan, that was fucking beautiful, bro.
Hey man,
Oh man. Well, Dan, all jokes aside, I do want to hit on one topic that you did go over. Understand that that's not only the presidential staff speaking. I am a black man and I'm also a Freemason. I do not tolerate injustice at fucking all. If it comes across my desk, I have been known to kick people out for type of shit like this without any hesitation. So if you are friends with Mr. Worthless at whatever the fuck you call that guy, nine something,
usable nine and mom
fuck him.
spaghetti.
And mom, fuck him and his bitch ass mom. But anyway, if you know these two individuals, be advised, it's in your best interest to keep them far the fuck away from me because if I see them come in here because of you, I'm associating you with them. Which means your opinion in my book is going to go straight the fuck down. That's a verbal warning for everyone here. Make sure you caught it. All right. In addition to that, you guys, I have one last thing to say today. I want to give a shout out to Gameaholic. How you doing there? Your sexy predator-looking self, you.
I'm doing pretty good, Ray.
Good. But Gameaholic and I, we had a talk like about roughly 2 weeks ago about the need to use our social club more frequently. Almost every time Game hops on, unless if it is private presidential business, he usually opens up a TCK lobby, in which case we're talking about a social club lobby. Excuse me. We're requesting all members of TCK, when you hop on, go to the social club. If there is not already a lobby open, open the lobby. You may be the first guy there today, but you don't know how glad I'm gonna feel, how good Dan's gonna feel, Gameaholic especially, if we hop on and I say, oh, look at that. TCK has a social club already going. No, it must be Gameaholic if it's not me. Oh, I'll be damned. It's We Devious. I'm just gonna join his lobby. There's no need for me to start one. So, to prevent the presidential staff from having to come into your lobbies and say, hey, nice to see you guys. Can we all back out while I restart another group? We're asking everyone now to learn the social clubs, understand it. Spend at least 3 minutes a day interacting with it just to make sure you know how to use it. It's not hard. I'm gonna say there's like 5 buttons, and I mean you got to be really fucking dumb not to figure out how to use a social club. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like you don't even got to really know how to read very well. I mean, like, it's pretty fucking simple, you guys. That's all I can say. So please take about 3 minutes out of your day and experiment with the social club. Make sure you're in it. If you're not in the social club, get with any member of the presidential staff. We can all get you into the social club. So, once again, everyone at home tuning in, we know that was a lot to take in. Hopefully you took a couple of notes off today's show. If not, rewind the show. We're always here for you. But we're about to get ready to close on out today. Now, before we do close out, we're turning the floor on over to everyone here. Does anyone here have any questions, comments, or concerns? Why the fuck are people running around and stuff like that? Got people, I don't know. Yeah, you cannot just sit
Oh, it's
your ass
infantry. Of course, it's
down.
infantry.
Yeah, right. Of course. I do a cat. You know what, you guys? Here's how embarrassing you all are. Everyone at home, look at all the names on the screen. See all those names? See all those names? We just did a pan of the entire audience, and not a single one of these names is sitting in those seats. Impressive, you guys. Very impressive. So, does anyone here have any questions, comments, or concerns they would like to talk about today? Anything at all? This is your time. You've been a good member of this family all week long. You may have had to deal with something. You may have seen something. You may be curious about something. Whatever. This is your time. Does anyone here have anything they would like to talk about?
Hey girl,
Ah,
I will get with you
yes,
right
hit girl.
after.
Oh, no, come on, man. Let me have
Hey
some fun
girl.
right quick. Come on, man. Let me have some fun right quick. Come on.
Go
Ah,
ahead, man.
yes. Hit girl.
Oh, God.
You
You
shall
have to
have
stand
to
under the table,
conquer.
really?
Oh my god.
You shall have to go forth to the kingdom of the TrueCombatKings.com. Complete thy registration form. Sign with
God.
thy blood. Upon the completion, you must be accepted by the kings and the
Dan,
kings of old.
You got this later, right?
Yep.
You must acknowledge all of the ancient customs and traditions of the kingdom and prove thyself worthy
Dan,
of
I'm gonna
thy
be there with you.
knowledge.
I'm gonna...
After this test, you must reflect deep inside of oneself to figure out where you shall go next. Upon this great reflection of yourself,
Keep nodding, Dan. Keep nodding.
you will be forced to face the kings of kings in a daunting and gruesome experimental process, in which case you're not expected to win. But if you make it through the end, you shall be my sister. You know what? Oh
Dan,
gosh.
I don't know if you lost any brain cells there. I'll be with you.
No, I cannot repeat that, lady. I'm sorry. No, I'm not repeating that. All right. But all jokes aside, though, Dan will get with you directly after this. We do look forward to having you as a member of this community. As you can tell, we definitely know how to have fun. And we also know how to take care of business as well. So, Hit Girl, we want to thank you once again for being present today. Thank you. Okay, so does anyone else have any questions, comments, or concerns before we close out? key word to keep you from asking a stupid question. Close out. Uh-huh. Is there any other questions out there? You can watch the program. It's on the website. You can go to www.truecombatkings.com and click on the news tab on the top right hand side of the page. I'll go into the free member zone and there'll be a news button right there. At any given time, you can always click on it and watch the show for yourself. So are there any other questions, comments, or concerns we can answer out there? Alrighty. Well, with no further questions, comments, or concerns, presidential staff, you guys ready to get the hell out of here? You guys ready?
Big team battle.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. I didn't ask y'all what y'all want to do. I asked these two. And what's that game? Hold on, what's that? What's that you say? Hold on, what's that?
I said we're
Okay,
good.
okay,
I said
okay.
we're good.
Game said he wants all you guys to come join me in running laps after this. What's that game?
Running laps.
Well,
Is
oh,
that good
yeah.
for paid members as well?
5,000 laps each. And Corey starts.
Ray, can I
Did you
get
shoot
can I
my
get that
president?
reduced by 50%? Because I'm a paid member. Can I just run 2,500 laps?
Oh, did you remember? You can ride a Cub.
Ride a cup. That
All right.
Haddock, that's your cue, bro. That's your cue.
Oh gosh. Well, you guys, once again, it's been a real pleasure. It's been a blast just hanging out and joking with you. As of this point in time, everyone please remain silent as we prepare to proceed into our ceremonial closing. For the first time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns we can answer for you? For the second time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns we can answer for you? Okay, my friend. Allow me to go over this one more time for you. Who asked that question? Who was that?
Ram.
Who?
Grimska.
Grimsky. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, you are allowed to transfer houses. This is your first time at a TCK meeting. Here's how this works. We have a ceremonial closing. During this ceremony, it is imperative that you participate. And you know how you participate? By not participating. All you have to do is sit there. Okay? This is a ceremony. As in, just be subtle. You don't even have to acknowledge anything I say right now. Just don't talk back to me. Now, we always do ask, are there any questions, comments, or concerns before we get to the ceremony? That's your time to get them out. Now, for everyone else here, including Grimsky, you're probably asking, then why ask that question 3 more times after you've already asked it 3 times?
I was thinking that.
Here's why. It's imperative, there's that word of the day again, that we all appear united. And the best way to appear united is to be in a form of agreement. And the best way to recognize that we are all united in our understanding of what we just spoke about is by confirming that no members have any questions, any comments, or any concerns that we should have talked about today. If you had any, that's your time to express them on the first table. Express them, get them out there. So when we go into the ceremony, we would have talked about your mama. We would have talked about his Uncle Larry. We would have talked about that one fucker. We would have talked about all these people, and we'd have got everything out at once. But when we get down to this ceremonial table, We're just demonstrating for the universe that we are united and we are in agreement as a family to move forward into next week. So does that make sense for everyone here?
Crystal clear.
I like you. All right. You know what's clearer than
Yes,
crystal?
sir.
You know what's clearer than crystal? My foot up a man's ass. That shit's hella clear. All right.
I
So
know
with
one
that
that's
being
pretty
said, so with that being said, you guys, at this point in time, we're getting ready to proceed into the ceremonial closing. And are there any questions, comments, or concerns I can answer for you guys?
Hell no.
For the second time today, are there any questions, comments, and or concerns we can answer for you? For the third and final time today, speak now or hold your peace until the next approved presidential staff, or excuse me, until the next approved family meeting, which will take place on January the 21st. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? With no further questions, comments, or concerns, I would like to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in at home. This meeting is officially adjourned. Thanks for your time.
presidential